Hello, everyone. Navnaat's first ever cookbook, Navras, presented to the Indian High Commissioner of India this year. This project is more than just a cookbook. It's a tribute to our heritage and a gift for future generation. So, to talk about this book, we have Darshana Bajaria, who has led this project, and she will talk about this book and her experience. So, hi Darshana, how are you?
Hello, Nimisha. How are you? Thank you for inviting and hosting this interview and giving me the opportunity to talk about the journey of the first ever Navnat's Cookery book published. I'm
Right.
here this afternoon representing Navnat to talk about Navaras as I compile this unique, wonderful recipe book.
Thank you very much. And I
Yes.
really, really appreciate that you have decided to come and join us. So
Yeah.
please tell us about the book name and the background and how you come up with this idea.
Okay. Right. So Navaras is a cultural treasure that aims to keep the vibrant flavors of Indian, especially Gujarati cuisine, alive for the future generation. The book features over 100 delicious recipes, beautifully illustrated and easy to follow, making it a valuable resource for both experienced cooks and beginners.
Wow.
So that's the Navaras book itself. The name Navaras, the name stands for Navnat's Rasoi. It's a short form. The launch of Navaras Cookery book is a part of the celebration of the Golden Jubilee, making Navnat Vanik Association UK's establishment 50 years ago.
All right.
It is a wonderful tribute to the rich culinary heritage of Indian community. Navaras emerged during the challenging times of COVID-19. So now, finally, I'll give you the background. Now, I was tasked with writing the recipes to display during the Zoom cooking demos. Soon we started to get flooded with requests from our members for the recipes to be sent via email. So I suggested looking into publishing a cookbook. But that suggestion bounced back on me to accept the task of publishing. A committee of talented volunteers was formed. None of us were professionals or had any experience of writing or publishing a cookery book, but were ready to take up the challenge. And that is how our journey of publishing this book began.
Brilliant. Wow. Excellent. So, since it's produced for Navnaat, if you can tell us more about Navnaat, like, what it
Yeah,
is.
right. Okay, so Navnat's full name is the Navnat Vanik Association of UK, founded in 1971. Currently, there are around 3,000 members. It organizes religious, cultural, educational, sport, recreational, and social activities for the benefit of the Navnat community members. Navnat is Nav means nine. It is merged like with the Nat is Nyati, which is at the currently I think the car it says it's literally caste, but we don't use caste. So I would like put it across as the formation of 9 community groups, different groups. So that would be Navnat. So that is what it is. So really, Navnat is in this country represent Jains and Hindus who originated in India and immigrated mostly to East Africa before arriving to UK. It donates in other charities to other charities in UK abroad on a regular basis and promotes Jains and Hindu religions.
All right. Okay.
So
I believe it's from in East Africa then. Is it the East African?
yes, originally yes, East Africa. So all the East Africa who actually came here to this country So then they formed the same community here.
What a good idea. Great.
Yes.
So, and then I just wanted to know your involvement about, the producing this.
Yeah.
How
Right.
were you
Okay.
involved?
So what was it? I was given the task of the project leader. My involvement has been from forming a committee, collating, selecting, and compiling all recipes. My 3 years journey with the help of my team of publishing this book was not easy. Faced number of challenges in terms of contributing recipes, suggesting a name of the book, getting donations to help us fund the book, translating the recipes provided by our members from Gujarati to English, converting cup measurements to grams for our younger generations to follow easily, cooking and taking professional photos of the cooked dishes, all the way to selecting a designer, proofreader, and printer for the publication of the book.
All right. So then, yes, I understand your involvement and how you did, but I just wanted to know the process of collecting
Yes,
all the recipe, and then perhaps you have to make it as well. So you have to try
yes,
them and then you have to approve them. So what was the whole process like?
right. The process started by sending a web blast to the community members, giving them the opportunity to participate in providing their very own recipes. So but it was not easy task, as they were sending recipes in different forms, for example written in Gujarati, sending cup measurements without photos or of the cooked recipes, etc. So I had to translate into English, convert the recipes in grams from cup measurements, cooking and taking professional pictures. The recipes were flowing in from different groups of people, like Navnat's kitchen committee ladies. Some came from our very own members, and finally some were tried and tasted recipes cooked in members' kitchen, and photographs for it to be accepted by to publish in the book. So all those little tiny things had to be taken into details, had to be taken into account.
Yeah, but I think one more thing I would like to ask you is, for example, a lot of people maybe make batakanu shak, right? That is like
Yes.
in a slightly different way. But how do you decide that this particular batakanu shak we want to add in this book?
Right. So, say there were criterias, first of all, like, so the mainly, like, generally, like, the taste has to be for the general public, in a sense, everybody would not like, particularly for the family. So I had to decide that would that be okay? Would this be okay? So some of the things I had to take it off. Like, some people do not eat garlic. So in Batakano Shak, say, for example, they would put garlic. So I would have to put like an optional to say that could be an option. But mainly Jains, if it was a Jain recipe, then I had to think about it. Oh, garlic, onions, like root vegetables are not eaten by Jains. So we would have to put in it as optional. So it was a task and a half, I would say, a mammoth task for me.
Yeah, it must be, and you have to filter a lot of things out.
Yes. So to write each recipe, it would have taken me at least 2.5 hours or 3 hours before it could be finalized.
Right. And you
Yes.
have to make it as well a couple of times to just.
Yes. If the photographs were not there by the members who have sent the recipes, I would have to go through the recipe myself, then and cook, and then take pictures in my garden. And the pictures had to be in a certain daylight, because in this country you don't get like daylight all the time. So I had to work it out what day is good to take pictures. So I had to
Yeah.
look
And how
into
did you manage to put everything together,
Right. I mean, that is another like. So let me share the book, how the book came about. So during COVID, we were under lockdown in our homes with the same old routines, and truly, really, what happened was, uh, uh, um, Navnat Vadil Mandal, which is a affiliate of Navnat, decided to organize cooking demos on Zoom. So I was tasked with writing the recipes to display during the demos. So soon we started to get flooded with requests from our members for the recipes to be sent via email. This state really became another additional task for me. So I suggested looking into publishing a cookbook. So, but that suggestion bounced back, as I said to you, and to accept the task for publishing. So, at first instant, the thought of helping Navnat in publishing a cookbook got me super excited. But I slowly realized it was to be a mammoth task. Once we got the go ahead, a committee was formed, and the journey began. The journey was not, as I said to you, easy. Had to overcome number of steps. The first step was getting our members support in terms of contributing recipes, suggestion of the book name. The second step was getting donations to help us fund the book. With everyone's generosity, we were able to collect good amount to start off the book. The thoughtful planning, leadership, vision, and teamwork that went into the creation of this book are evident in every page. It was hard work, but with our team's effort, it was worth it to produce this beautiful and colorful book with such delicious recipes from our very own kitchen committee ladies and our talented master chef members. So that's the way I, sort of managed to produce with all these different steps and to collate and to communicate with people.
No, it's a really good book actually, and I have used it as well.
You have. That's
Yeah.
very nice. I really,
And
I'm happy.
and it's a very straightforward, in a way simple Gujarati authentic dishes,
Exactly.
complicated. So it's someone
Exactly.
like me, I really loved it.
Yeah. It's
So
the simplicity. It's the simplicity that can come into my mind, where the youngsters don't want anything complicated. They will just, if the minute they see complication, they will leave it. So I had to make it so simple. So and plus, like, exciting, that they want to make and they want to see the end result.
no, and at the same time, we have to, keep our culture, our tradition, our food alive as well. And this is a really
Yes.
brilliant way you have done it.
Yes. One
So,
of the members who have bought the book did say to me, Darshana, one of the recipe in your book, I had tried it 30 years ago, then when my auntie made it.
right.
And this is now I'm going to make this one because I did not know how to make. And this has given me the opportunity to cook and taste back.
That's true. I mean, I still use my mother-in-law's recipe if I have to make like certain dishes. I still go back
Yes,
and check what she's written. So it's a really
exactly.
good thing, good way you're passing your heritage. I
True.
mean, that was my next question actually. What was
Yeah.
what was the response from, the people, and what was the distribution of the book? Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Right. Okay. So the book was launched on the 16th of August, as you know, 2024. And within a week after the launch, the Navras Cookbook's first edition of 400 books was sold out.
Wow.
It was really, we were shocked. And we believe it's a testament to the importance of curating, selecting, writing, taking pictures, and cooking the recipes, keeping simplicity and authenticity in mind. So this book provided to be very successful. Therefore, due to the phenomenal popularity and demand, second edition of 500 books of hardback and softback were printed. The book has been popular with both younger and older generations.
Right.
It benefited the younger generation as it is written in English, and its simplicity, as I said before, at the same time, not losing its authenticity. As far as the older generations, from their feedback, I'm just saying received, was that I made their lives easy as the recipes were converted into grams for their children rather than cup measurements. Including photos for most of the recipes and selecting all, and they were all forgotten recipes. That's what I selected and to put in the book. So that was their feedback. Due to its popularity, we were approached by the editors of some Asian journals like the Gujarat Samachar, Asian Voice, Garvi Gujarat, and Eastern Eye to write about this well-talked book in their magazines. We also were extremely, as you introduced before that, we were grateful and privileged for the opportunity given to present Navras as a gift of thanks to His Excellency of India in London, in our expression of gratitude for the work of the High Commission India in supporting the Indian diaspora throughout the world and here in the UK. His Excellency was very supportive of the book and congratulated us to produce such a wonderful book, which is loved and benefited all the communities, especially the Indian diaspora.
Right.
So this was the distribution wise. Initially, our aim was to market with the Indian community and then sell the wider community to enjoy and savor the flavor of these traditional recipes.
So I believe you have sent this book in UK as well as abroad as well, right?
This book first was for the Navnat community, so we only sold it in our own community. The word passed so quickly that people have started to inquire from Dubai, New Zealand, Australia, Canada. So they were actually posted out to them. And we've had excellent feedback from all these. So It's gone not without advertising, it's just word of mouth.
So then after this interview, I think people would like to know how can they order the book?
Right. Okay. So there is you can order via email or you can call. There are two different ways, which I can say. Can give you the email, a link or something like that. But I can say that it's president@navnat.com. So it's a simple president@navnat.com. So that's the email. And the phone number is 0208, which I will give you.
I'll put it down in the comment box as well.
Yes. Right, yes.
So those two details, we will put it down if anybody wants to order a book or is interested to know more about it.
Yeah.
But I want to know that how do you personally feel after this achievement?
Oh, I'm overwhelmed. So, and I feel so proud that I have actually done this voluntarily, and it's a passion that I have fulfilled, I feel, and somebody has benefited. Not it's like everyone had like 100%, more than 100% feedback I've got. Not one criticism. I just was waiting for one. But my journey, I felt, although it took me 3 years, I felt that I have achieved everything, after the book was produced and what the feedbacks I've received. So I couldn't believe my own creation.
That's great. Congratulations.
Yes.
And it's really
Thank
good
you.
to put something behind you for next generation.
Yes.
I think that's
very proud of what I've done. That's I can say. My daughter, who is my first critic, she actually said, "Mom, this is amazing," and I was in tears. I said, "Thank you, Sejal. That's it. I only wanted from you. Once you said it, everything is done now."
No, that's brilliant. I'm so happy and so proud that you even have come here, share your stories with us.
Yes.
And I mean, that's the whole
I
idea.
was born and brought up in Goa.
Right.
And yes, and studied in a convent school. And to come up with from there to here, whatever I've done, I feel that I've made proud of, daughter of Goa, daughter of a Jain family who lived in Goa so many years, but always have sort of mainly looked into the Jain religion very strictly, with my mom and being there as well at the same time. But yes, and to write this book, I had never thought of it.
No, that's so good. I mean, that's the whole idea. I like to invite people like you to come here, share your
Yeah.
stories, and you are
Yes.
doing amazing work for the community and giving back to the community. And you haven't forgotten your root, actually, wherever you
Exactly.
went.
Exactly. Because when people say, "Oh, you from born and brought up in Goa," oh, it's all about fish and it's all of non-vegetarian and everything, and so that straight away they judge you in a different way. But when you see that how we have lived in how 50 years ago, this is I'm talking about,
Mhm.
where there was not that much Jain community in Goa,
Right.
and we followed all the rules and regulations of Jainism. We've not even, yes, to drinking, and there was everything. Goa is full of that,
Yeah.
drinking and eating.
No,
And we were, yeah,
I think that's what
proud of.
when you are going somewhere else, you like to hold on to root even stronger. You know,
Yes.
yeah. So that's what
The
you have.
only one thing that my mom, when I got married and I came here to England, my mom said, you leave the country, but you don't leave your roots.
That's it. And that's thank you so much
Yeah.
for coming, sharing your story, as I said earlier, and sharing your journey.
Yes.
So thank you very much, Darshana, and all the
Yeah.
very best for your next project. I'm hoping you will do the next project and come back.
Yes, we have big plans for the next, and hope everyone's watching will watch the space. That's what I say. There are plans after this. Our next step will be there. But and thank you so much, Nimisha, for like inviting people like us, small, like and you're
Mm,
trying to promote all of us, which is so nice. And only people like you, you would do whatever, and we will get sort of
no,
promoted, like
that's the
Navnat and all
idea.
gets
I like to
promoted.
work. Yeah, I like to work on the ground root, ground level.
Thank you. Thank you. That's really good. Yeah. I support you. And mainly women empowerment also is most important
Absolutely.
here.
No, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All the
Thank
very
you.
best.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you.